The idea of higher and lower pleasures comes from John Stuart Mill, which is about reading a series of books. The idea that pleasure can be categorized into two groups. Higher pleasures being more mentally, spiritually stimulating, such as reading a book, and lower pleasures being more physical, instant gratification, such as eating or having sex. Competent judges, those who both experience higher and lower pleasures, to Mill will always choose higher pleasures, with the argument being that it's better to be a human being dissatisfied than a pig satisfied. It is better to be Socrates dissatisfied than it is to be a fool satisfied. And perhaps I'm a fool, but I don't find that to be wholly consistently true. For example, someone was to sit down and ask me, would I rather read a book or devour a tiramisu? The utilitarianism argument here is that by pursuing higher pleasures, you are pursuing happiness, which is preferred over being content. Or is it? And in my understanding, happiness to me is a fleeting emotion, sort of like sadness. It's quite dramatic, expressive, and it never really lasts. So I always strive for contentment. I don't strive for happiness. I don't chase happiness. I guess not in a direct way. I guess one could say that I am still chasing happiness because I believe that being content will make me happy. So, anyways, with all that being said, this fool here would rather enjoy a life full of higher and lower pleasures, a more well-rounded and consistent and fuller life. I think the idea of separating pleasures into categories, especially with the terminologies like higher and lower, I find that sort of odd, but I can't really articulate why I find that weird. I don't know, it's just an odd thing. Although I do understand the concept and the idea that's being portrayed. I think a life full of higher pleasures will be quite exhausting. And I don't like being tired. And I also think that a life full of lower pleasures would be quite wasteful and quite isolating. I guess they can both be isolating in a way. So I think it's just really what about striking the right balance for you personally. Anyways, that's the end of my script. So if you would excuse me, I have some tiramisu to eat and a book to read.